I'm going to be entirely honest. I don't know how you guys did it, but I am defending Lanterns from James Gunn's DCU. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm your host Royal. This is The Popular Perspective. So I think it's interesting that this channel originally started with me going off the rails about how Zack Snyder was coming back to finish his Justice League trilogy, which I'm sure he is. And there's going to be a lot more to touch on that later down the road, of course. But right now, what I think is interesting is that what would seem to be my favorite project in James Gunn's DCU is the one that a lot of fans, the majority of the fans, are hating the most. Now, I gotta be honest, the reaction to this is so wild for me. I just had to come out and speak on behalf of this because I feel like this is genius, right? This is probably the best thing that we've gotten from James Gunn's DCU. Not to mention, he had explained that this is what this was going to be like, and I'm going to get into that. Before that, I would just like to say, if you guys are new to the channel, or if you guys are coming back to the channel and you're familiar with a video or two from before, please hit the like button while you guys are here. Go down in the comments and drop a comment about this, letting me know whether you are more excited for Lanterns coming out or Wayne T. Carr making his first appearance as Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2. And after that, you guys can go and hit the subscribe button to become a man and or maiden of culture. It's just what we should be doing. It's the right thing to do. Getting to the reactions on Lanterns, which kind of, this is gonna hurt me, but let's just go for a few of them, all right? We won't see them in suits until the last 2 episodes. I'm betting on it. I don't see how that's necessarily a bad thing. They did that in the Daredevil Netflix series, and I really much enjoyed that. Now I know why the title was only Lanterns, because there's no green in it. That's fair. I want some Green Lantern in my Green Lantern show. All right. Without a few shots of the Lantern ring and the suit, I would have assumed this was a generic cop show. Guys, this is why I personally feel you guys are feeling the way that you are. And I feel like JoJo the Vulture wraps this up real nice. I don't understand how we went from Superman Peacemaker being loud and proud about comic book accuracy to this looking like it's scared of it. Well, right. I can see, because you see, all right, in a way James Gunn was telling the truth, but in a way Gunn lied again, right? So he said each adaptation was going to have its own unique feel to it, which it has not, right? We had Creature Commandos, and then we had Superman, and then we had Peacemaker, and we saw what Supergirl's going to look like, and that is definitely all from the same universe, right? And we come across this Lanterns trailer, and we're like, oh snap. This feels like it was probably supposed to be part of the DCEU. This feels like that would have worked there, right? Like that, this feel in this trailer is very grounded. It's very realistic. That's what I really look for when I see these comic book movies. Something that could, you know, help me with the suspended disbelief. Because I'm not gonna believe that I can see people flying on broomsticks and monkeys flying with wings because I watch Oz, right? Like, I'm not gonna like visualize that in my reality. It's just, you can't. But Man of Steel is that's absolutely, right? That's a given, right? Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Yes, all right, that's another one. Matt Reeves the Batman. Matt Reeves the Batman. Lanterns. Absolutely. This feels very real to me. Now, I gotta give it to you guys because you know what it is? Wayne T. Carr's Green Lantern, just the look of it, of his John Stewart, was wow, right? That's what we see from the comics. It looks like a realistic adaptation of what we see from the comics, and that's what I feel like we're all looking for a majority of the time. But it would appear that's not the case. I'm looking at the suit, and this looks very much like Green Lantern Earth 1. Like when James Gunn said it was going to be like True Detective. He wasn't lying about that. The suit looks very much like Green Lantern Earth 1, which was the photo he was teasing us with when he was first bringing up Gods and Monsters. So this works for me. I mean, dude, the green tones are dark. I know a lot of people were going off about having like a CGI suit on Ryan Reynolds, which is weird because actually I liked that part where the suit comes from the ring. It just felt natural, and I've seen that from many comic book adaptations before. But then you see Wayne T. Carr's Green Lantern suit, and it's like, oh snap, that's what that should really look like. Now to see that to this is like, okay, it feels very much like seeing the Man of Steel Superman suit go to David Cornsweat's Superman suit, if you guys know what I mean. Where this feels like it's more to seem armored and padded, as opposed to a suit where it's tight to the muscle and to the skin. That's what this kind of feels like. Like, I can see David's Superman, Kyle's Green Lantern, and Robert's Batman all next to each other in their suits. I could imagine that. However, I could also imagine this suit being next to Henry's Superman suit and Affleck's Batman suit. Like, I feel like this Green Lantern suit would work both ways. And although I like the way Wayne T. Carr's Green Lantern suit looks more, ya put Hal or John in a suit like this? This is what I want Gunn to start doing. This is what I want it to look like. You guys, I feel like, are never pleased at this point. Like, I don't know what you guys want. But, due to the complaints that I've seen on this trailer, that must make you guys very excited about the Paramount news. So, I mean, that being said, you know, the True Detective feel on the show is brilliant. To make it that grounded, where I feel like I can get a feel on who the characters are as opposed to just the Green Lantern aspect of them, I appreciate that. I feel like I'm getting to know Hal and John here. Not to mention, Aaron Pierre as a John Stewart is a no-brainer. That's very much Jason Momoa to Lobo, okay? Like, that's a no-brainer. So that's 2 wins already that James Gunn caught from me. But I gotta be honest, the DCU lucked out when Josh Brolin said no to Lanterns, although I'm sure that would have been great. Kyle Chandler really does feel like what this Hal Jordan is trying to be, like what this show is trying to represent Hal Jordan to be. Kyle Chandler really fits that character. So to see the chemistry from these two, I'm blown away that people are reacting to this trailer like that. I feel like you guys got online because y'all wanted a reason to complain. Like, that's beyond myself, right? That's beyond me, and I'm beside myself, is what I mean to say. That being said, just because this show might be good doesn't mean that the universe it's in is gonna be good. There's something that they did in this trailer that I didn't necessarily like, but I liked the way that they did it, which was Chip, obviously. At the end of the trailer, we referenced Chip. And I don't want to see Batmite. I don't want to see Chip. It doesn't interest me. I don't want to see them. But the fact that it's brought up in conversation as a way of Hal Jordan explaining to John Stewart that he doesn't necessarily speak with any of the other Green Lanterns because he is the only human. One of them is a squirrel. It's the way that it's referenced towards that. If we never see Chip and it was only referenced like that, it would have been enough for me. That would have been enough. That's fine. That right there, that's if you're ever going to reference Chip at all and Chip's going to be a part of this universe, that's the way to make him part of this universe, with a reference and doing it in that way. I don't want to see Chip show up, right? That doesn't interest me. What does interest me is that this show is going to have Nathan Fillion reprising his role as Guy Gardner, and he's sent for more dirty, covert operations. So I don't understand the hate for the show. I feel like a lot of the fans for James Gunn's DCU got ahead of themselves, where they wanted everything to have this different tone to it and be unique and all that. And now you can realize that when James Gunn keeps a certain vibe going around, right, in a specific area of the DC universe that feels familiar, you guys are on board. But once it starts to change off a little bit, you guys are no longer on board. You guys don't like that, having a unique feel to every film, which is what Zack Snyder was going deeper on by making Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Martian Manhunter all feel a part of the same universe, giving them all that grounded tone. So it didn't mean that the characters were not themselves because they were being adapted into a grounded story. It's just you guys couldn't visualize them in those lights, which is a director's job to push that envelope. And that's what Zack did a great job of. And I feel like James is doing a good job of that as far as like world building's concerned right now, because Lanterns looks freaking phenomenal. You guys just want to hate it. But hey, you know, that's just like my opinion on things, right? So if you guys feel different about it, just, you know, go down to the comment section below and let me know so we can talk more about this. And while you guys are down there, drop a like because it's convenient. Also, if you made it to the end of this video and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button to become a man and or maiden of culture. Not just because it's convenient, but also because it's the right thing to do. And until we're talking about a topic similar to this one or completely different, stay happy, stay healthy, stay humble, and I'll be seeing you guys real soon. God bless. Now talk about Superman.
Superman is not my favorite.